Hi all. So today I'll be going to show a new program. It's star pattern. Like as you can see here, this pattern is like this. So we need to print this particular pyramid, or not a pyramid, but it's kind of pattern, right? Looks like a pyramid, but half pyramid you can say. Okay, so this structure we need to print in the console. So how are going to go do that? It can be any shape. We can have this shape like this only, like first one star here, then two star, then three star, then four star, then five star, like this. But that doesn't matter. I mean, if you can print this one, then also you can print that part as well. That we will be going to see like how to build this logic here. Well, first, what you have to consider it as like as you have learned about matrix, right? So how to print a two-dimensional matrix? I already have made a video on that. You can check this out. So in that I have explained how we are going to create a matrix and print that matrix. So it is also similar like a matrix, right? But doesn't have some few things. So you can assume like these are some characters which is not visible. There are some characters are there. For example, it is showing like any blank, right? This part. So what I'm trying to explain you, like you can consider it as a one, two, three, four, five, right? So not five, six rows. So it has six row and one, two, three, four, five, six columns. So it is six by six matrix you can consider, in which there are like these are the star, the there is no numbers, right? So these are star and these are blank. So you can assume like there are some numbers are there or maybe some characters are there, but it is not visible to us. Okay, so let's print it. So first, let's print all star, all the particles. So six by six matrix which is having star. So what we will be doing, for we will be running a for loop integer I equals to 0, I less than, let's say, 6, and I plus plus for j, integer j equals to 0, j less than 6, and j plus plus. Okay, so here I will be printing sys out star. Okay, so what it's going to do, it's going to just create a matrix of having all star. So let's run it and see what we are going to see. Okay, so as you can see, it's showing me all the star in the one column, but we are not having multiple columns, right? We need multiple columns. So to do that, this is actually the first one. This part, this is actually row, right? This is row for row, and this is for columns, right? So for the first row, it is for the first row, it is now printing the star. So what we have to do here, we need to print in the same line, right? So we do not need the println. So instead of println, I'm doing print. And after completing this for loop, so in the first iteration, it will print all this star, right? Now it comes to the second iteration. So in the second iteration, it comes to the second line. So for that, we need a new line, right? So here I'll be giving this new line. This is out, just new line. So no need to give anything. Now if I run it, you can see now we are getting like all the stars. So it is a 6 by 6 matrix which is having all the stars. Right. Now what we have to do, we need to remove these characters, right? We need to remove this character from here, then this 3 from here, and then this 4 from here, and then this 3 are from here, from this 2 from here, and this one last one from this one. So first 4 from the first column. Okay. So how can we implement this logic? Or first let's do that. First let's this part, like this, this, and this part. Okay, so let's first print this part. Okay, so for that it is because this is easier actually. Okay, so for integer I equals to 0, I less than 6. So these are therefore row. So and these are for these columns, right? This loop is for columns. I mean for printing this part line. So what we have to do, like I equals to 0, I less than 6, and j, sorry, j equals to 0, j less than 6, and j plus plus. So first it will be printing a6. So instead of, okay, so if I am giving here I less than I, j equals to 0, j less than I. So what we have to do, j less than equals to I, right? So So what we want, like for the first row, it is having one star. For the second row, it is having two star. Third row, it is having three star. Fourth row, it is having four star. Fifth row, it's having fifth star, and sixth row, it is having sixth star, right? So that's what I wanted to do here. So as you can see, it's printing the, this is just a mirror image, right? So we need to just uh, invert it, then only we will getting it like this. So if we put a mirror, then we will see this image, current output. Okay, so I hope you have understood it, like what I have done here. So this condition what we am doing here, so for I equals to 0, j less than equals to 0, so 0 0 less than equals to 0, that condition is satisfied. But for the next iteration, when 0 becomes 1, then this condition is not satisfied. So so it will print just once, one time, so one star. Now second loop comes, so in that case, so in the second row, so I equals to 1, so this is the second row. For the second row, uh, j less than equals to 1, so 0 and 1, for two times it will print 2 star. And then for the third iteration it will print 3 star, like this it will continue. So in case you wanted to make it like 10, so it will be like that only. So let's run it. So you can see now we are getting 10 rows of this star pattern. Okay, now we just need to invert it. So how will we be doing that? So for that, obviously we need to print some character for this here. So star will be printed at the last case. I mean when the columns, like at the end of this, for the last column, right? For the last column, it will be in the first row. So what I'm trying to say, like let's identify the logic here, or understand the logic. So for integer I equals to 0, that means the first row, integer j equals to 0, j less than equals to I, and so what we'll be doing, j less than equals to, um, so here I know, right, j's column count is 6, right? So for that I'm making it as well 6 as for now, 6 by 6 matrix. So uh, for for example, j equals to 0, and for j less than, mm, mm, okay, let's figure it out. Mm, okay, so if I'm making it here, so we need to somehow print some space. Okay, so we need to print 5. So 1 2 3 4 5, this part, this is like, if I consider it here, so we need to print some space, right? And after that we need to print the star. So star would be printed at the end. So for the first 5, it will be printed. Um, so j equals to 0 and j equals to, for what we'll be doing here, for j equals to 5, okay, and j less than, j less than equals to 0 and j minus minus. Okay, so for that, what we'll be doing, I'm printing some space. Okay, so first j equals to 5, and then it prints j less than 0, right? So j minus minus. So uh, or what we can do, like j equals to 0 also fine, and then uh, but first it will print 5 times, then it will print 4 times, right? So it will be decreasing. So for that, what we have to do, um, okay, so what I'm going to do, like i's value would be changing, right? For the second iteration, it becomes 2. So sorry, for the second iteration, it becomes 1. So now if it is 1, j equals to 1, so j 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times it will be printing, right? So it will be decreasing, and j plus plus. I will explain it what I'm thinking about it. So if I'm doing it here, and then at the end of this for loop, it will print star. But will that work? No, right? Because hmm, mm, let's run it and see what is happening. Hmm. Okay, it is not getting printed properly, right? So some issue is there. So first this is fine. Then this part should be printed here after the new line, right? So after this it should have a new line. So if I'm giving a new line here and then I'm running it, then let's see what is happening. Okay, it's not correctly working, or what I'm doing here, like uh, here I'm giving this new line. Okay, and now if I run it, hmm, so actually we are getting the output, right? So star 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 star, this part we are getting, right? But what we have to do, we need to get this part as well, right? Okay, so here we need to run one more loop then for the printing the star, right? So integer k equals to 0, k less than, first it will print one star, right? So k less than equals to I, k plus plus, and I think it's fine. So for the first time, I value is 0. So k equals to 0, so 0 less than equals to 0, so that is true. So first time it will print single star. Next time, once this will be coming here, then it will print 2 star because ith values will be 1 for the second iteration, right? So k 0 and 1, so two times it will print star. Like this it will be continuing. So let's see what is happening now. Okay, we got our desired output, right? So this is the logic which you need to find. So like this, maybe we are not sure how to implement it. Like now I was not sure exactly how to implement this part. So I just figured it out like how to do it and implemented it. So it's very easy. So if you are able to find the logic, or if you find able to the pattern how this is getting printed, you can easily figure it out. So I will explain one more time this complete program. So first what I'm doing, this is the for loop. This first for loop, the main for loop, the this is for row, so it's printing the rows. Okay, so whatever, now after that the second for loop is for columns. So for that what I've done, whatever I value means whatever the row number, that part I'm taking in the in the j, and then I'm printing the space. So for first time it will print only five spaces, right? And now when next time, in the next iteration, it will print four spaces because I will become 1. So the range will be 1 to 5. And in the third iteration, it will become 2. So 2 to 5, that is also decreasing, right? So the space count, this space, it will be decreasing for each row. But at the same time, we need to print the star, and the star number of star will be increasing, right, for each row. So for that, for the printing the star, I have used this part. So as you can see, these brackets are not these brackets are optional, so you can skip it here as well, just to reduce the number of lines. Okay, so I will just reduce the number of lines. So now you can see the for the second for loop, it is printing the star, and which is decreasing. Sorry, which is increasing, and this space is decreasing. Okay, I'll run one more time, right? And finally, this system dot println, that is for printing the new line for after each row. Okay, thank you for watching.